Hello friends, I am CA Rohit Gyanchandani and I welcome you all to our YouTube channel FinAcademy. Friends, today we are going to bring part 9 of our Basics of Stock Market series. We are going to discuss about the next part of financial statement, that is called profit and loss account. In the earlier video we discussed about the balance sheet. If you haven't watched that video already, go and check that first and then come back to this video. Right? Let's begin. So what is profit and loss account? It is running the show. How a company is managing its expenses, how a company is increasing its sales and all those things and expenses, everything with respect to profits are shown in this statement. So profit and loss account statement is prepared on a particular operating period. In India, I already explained you the operating period is from 1st April to 31st March, right? When a company sells goods and services, it has to pay suppliers, employees, government, in form of taxes, of course, and then it has to pay the remaining part to shareholder known as profits. So when company sells products or services, it generates income. From that income, they have to pay to their suppliers. So for example, if I have a two-wheeler manufacturing company, I will sell two-wheelers and make money. Against that, I have to pay money to the supplier of tires or steel or whoever sells raw material to me. Then I have to pay my employees also in form of salary. I have to pay all the other expenses like electricity bill, power and fuel, all those things. After that, I have to pay taxes to government on the profits made. After those taxes are paid, the remaining amount is left is for shareholders to distribute, right? Now let us try to understand the factors involved in profit and loss account. Just like in previous video, we created our own balance sheet. In this video, we are trying to create our own profit and loss account. It's going to be very interesting. So watch till the end. So see here, this is a blank format of profit and loss account. We will fill it, okay? And I'll give you an explanation how things work, okay? So suppose I sold some bikes, okay? And I generated revenue from sales of rupees 1000. Okay, I generated the revenue of rupees 1000. Okay, this is my income. Now I also have some fixed deposits in bank with bank. Okay, from there I got interest of 500. So these are my income. So my total income is 1500 rupees. Okay, now let's see what are the expenses. Now there is cost of material. When I am selling bikes, I have bought tires, steel, all those things, mirrors. So these are materials I have used. There is a cost involved in this when I am buying them. So suppose that cost is 300 rupees. Okay. Then I have to pay salary to workers, laborers who are working in my factory. So let's say salary is 200. Then suppose if I have rented premises, if I have a rented factory, I am paying rent. Assume the rent is 100. Then I have to pay generator bill, power, electricity, all those things. So those expenses go in power and fuel. I add 100 rupees there also. Then there is interest on loan. In previous video, while making a balance sheet, I explained how we take loan. So when we take loan from bank, they charge us interest, right? So let's say there was a loan and I paid interest of 100 rupees. Finally, there's depreciation. Now understand the term depreciation. When you buy a fixed asset, let's say I am buying a machinery. Okay, I bought a machinery for 100 rupees. And the life of that machinery is 10 years. So after 10 years, I will have to discard that machinery. It won't work. It will become old. Okay. So when I am spending 100 rupees for 10 years, that is actually me spending 10 rupees per year. So my actual expense for 1 year is 10 rupees. Is that clear? 10 rupees per year. So that is called depreciation. Now assume my depreciation is also 100 rupees. Now these are my total expenses. So 300 plus 200, 500 and these 400. 900 rupees is my total expense. So 1500 is my income, 900 is my expense, 600 rupees is my profit. But wait, you have to pay taxes on profits, right? So let's say I'm not going to give you a tax rate or anything we are going to calculate. I will take a simple figure of tax. Let's say we have to pay 200 rupees in taxes. So after that, so 1500 minus 900 expenses, we are left with 600. When you minus 200 from that, we are left with 400. So this 400 rupees, this is the profit that is available to shareholders like us. Is that clear? This is how profit and loss statement works. Now, if the expenses are more than income, then we make losses, right? Now, I will show you real profit and loss account, just like real balance sheet that we saw. earlier, I will show you a real profit and loss account, and then we will make out a story out of it, right? We'll analyze it. Before that, let's understand what do we need to look for in a profit and loss account. Okay, it is very important for company to generate profits. If a company is running in losses, then don't look at it. Otherwise, shares won't have much value. I will give you an example of this. Comparison is to be made over the years to check whether profits and sales are growing. It should not be like in some year there is profit, in some year there is loss, then there is high profit, there is low profit. No, there should be some consistency in sales as well as profits, and there should be growth, so that if the company is growing, only then the share price will grow. Consistency in profit margin and growth are equally important. It should not be like companies trying to sell more and more and they are not making any profit, just they are growing sales. So growing sales with growing profits is good. Simply growing sales is not good. We will see that. Profits should get converted into operating cash flow. This is important. Sometimes this gets confusing. I will explain this to you. Suppose you are selling goods on credit basis. Suppose you are selling it to a customer and customer has to pay you money after 30 days. This is if you give it on cash, the customer is not ready to buy. But if you give credit period, he is ready to buy. Now what will happen sometimes is you will make a lot of sales because a lot of people want to buy it on credit. But you won't be able to recover money from some of them. So for example, out of 100, you won't be able to recover 5 or 10. So that will be loss. So sales number will go, but profit won't go. Right? You won't be able to realize that in cash. That will actually turn into losses. So you need to ensure when sales and profits are growing, they are getting converted into operating cash flow. Company is able to recover money from its customers. Right? This is very important. Also, it is very important to compare the profitability ratios with the peers to check if the company is good or bad. Now, if I want to invest in a biscuits manufacturing company, I can invest in Britannia or ITC. Okay. Britannia or ITC. Now, if I see Britannia has margins of 20% and ITC has margins of 12%, which is a better company in terms of margins? Obviously, Britannia. Plus, if they have better profit margins, better profit cash generation capacity, you should check it first, only then take a decision whether to invest in Britannia and ITC. Is that clear? So, you need to compare everything with peer companies also, your competitors. Now, here is a small example of a good profit and loss account. Now pay attention here. I will take any one year and we will start the discussion. Suppose I take year 2017. Let's make out a story. Okay. So sales of the company are 15,062 crores. Okay. Total expenses. These are total. Whatever we wrote earlier, there was a breakup. This is, I am giving you a full figure. This is taken from company's balance sheet, profit and loss account. So their expenses are 12,068 rupees. So they make a operating profit of 2994 crores. Very good. They have other income of 338 crores, meaning they must have some interest income from FD or whatever. So this is going to be added. They are going to pay interest of 37 crores. Maybe they have taken a small loan and they have to pay this interest. Then there is depreciation. Like I already told you, depreciation is the expenditure on the asset, that is wear and tear. You are using that asset, that. So this is expense. After all this, company is making a profit before tax of rupees 2960. This is before tax. Then you reduce the tax and then there is this net profit of 1939 crores. So this is a good company. They are generating profits. Okay. Now if you see, these profits are growing. See, they were 398 crores, 836, 843, 989, 1114, 1200, and they are consistently growing. Okay. In case of sales also, the sales is consistently growing. Look at this. Is it right? So this is a good company. Now let's take example of a bad company here. Any year, we will take any year. This one. So company has generated a sales of 6,554 crores, but the expenses are 6,937 crores. So expenses are more, hence company is making losses. Company is making losses. There is some other income of 86 crores, but they have to pay bank interest of 255 crores. They are already into losses. They also have to pay interest also to bank on loans. And there is this depreciation cost also. So total loss is 1373 crores. Now when there is a loss, there is no tax. Taxes are already only on profit. They are not on losses. So here is this loss, all those things. Now when you see this on a year on year basis, see, company was earlier profitable, then it reduced, then it turned into losses, then again all losses. Sales also, they were good, but then it went down. When you have such a company, when you see such a company where profits are turning into losses, sales are falling down, do not invest in such companies. Just stay away from them. This is not a good company. Is that clear? So this is the example. This is how you need to analyze a profit and loss statement. I hope you guys like this video. Please hit the like button if you really liked it, and comment and let us know about your views on this video. We are going to explain about the cash flow statement, which is the next part of financial statement, in the next video. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot for watching this video, friends. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also do share your feedback about this video in comment section. Friends, we run a WhatsApp broadcast list where we share interesting articles on finance and stock market on regular basis. To join our WhatsApp broadcast list, do send a hi on this number and we will add you to our WhatsApp broadcast list. You can also ask your queries related to any of our videos on our WhatsApp and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Until then, see you in next video.